Hello, everyone. Welcome to Drinks and Discussions Movies. I am your host, Brian, with another movie I think that you're going to enjoy. Or I hope you enjoy, because I did. This movie is entitled The Menu. The Menu is I think it's now streaming on most, if not all, of the streaming services that you have out there. So, what I want to tell you a little bit about is a little bit about the plot. And the plot of this movie is actually surrounds a young couple and other guests who visit an exclusive destination restaurant on a remote island. And there's this acclaimed chef who has prepared this lavish menu. Now, to be invited to this dinner is supposed to be one of the greatest privileges all of these people can have. It's a very elite group of people. And now, once the menu begins, then you're going to start seeing some very shocking and unexpected ingredients in this menu that are going to be revealed. Now, I will tell you, I came into this movie thinking I had it all figured out. There was no doubt in my mind. I knew exactly what was going to happen in this movie, what the menu was going to be about. Let me just say, without giving any spoilers away, I was wrong. And if you go into this movie and you already think you have what it's all about, push that aside and go in fresh. Please go in fresh. It's not, I promise you, going to be what I think you think it's going to be. Now, the director will admit, and I've seen some interviews saying that he thinks that there's some satire in this movie regarding the food items that are shown as part of the menu. It takes a kind of a little bit of a jab at some of the elites and some of the foods that they eat, and then how picky some people can be when it comes to some of the foods that are being served. This movie contains John Leguizamo, and his character plays a kind of a washed-up actor, and there is a little bit of a comical side to his interaction with the chef and how they are connected. But you got to watch the movie for that particular connection. There are really good connections. I think this movie does a very good job of connecting some of the guests, if not all of the guests, to the chef, who is played brilliantly by Ralph Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes, you have seen him in a lot of things. He's been just around forever. But the connections to each guest to the chef is outlined very intricately, and I believe that they did a really good job doing so. It also stars Anya Taylor-Joy and Nicholas Hoult, and there was a surprise star in this movie that I have not seen forever. And if you don't know the name of Judith Light, you will remember her if you hear the old TV show, Who's the Boss? It was Tony Danza, Judith Light, and Alyssa Milano. I was not expecting to see her. I haven't seen her anything in a while. And when I saw her, it was just flashbacks of that TV show. So Judith Light makes a very surprising guest star in this movie. And it was just good to see her back on the screen. Now, here's the cliffhanger, if I may. And again, I'm not trying to give away any spoilers at all when it comes to this. But the ending is a bit of a cliffhanger in my mind, because there is a lot of things that were talked about throughout the course of this movie. And I did see this movie twice just to make sure I understood a lot of some things, and I thought I missed some things. But there's a portion of the movie that I'm going to talk about at the very beginning that actually delves into how the meat is prepared on this island. And I think this has a little bit of a correlation to what happens in the end. So I'm going to play that for you here, and then I want to tell you a little bit more of why I think this. Here we go.
Meat of dairy cows only, which we age for an astonishing 152 days.
Now, here's what you have here. You have it when they say that the meat is aged for 152 days. Now, the next thing that comes out of this is what happens if it goes past 152 days. Now, watch this, what happens when she explains when someone
Well, I
asks that.
suppose the bacteria would introduce itself to the consumer's bloodstream and spread into their spinal membranes, after which point he or she would become incapacitated and shortly thereafter expire.
Now, again, this is all part of the beginning. They had just got onto the island, and it stuck in my head because as I'm watching it the second time, I started thinking, wait a minute, what is going on here? And what I found out was I think it was done on purpose, that they brought this particular thing up on purpose. So here's the scene at the end that I want you guys to pay attention to, because I think it has something to do with that particular portion. And it's just a small clip of the end. That was it, folks. So that was the portion of the ending that left a small cliffhanger, and I want you to tie it all together when you watch this movie on why I thought it was connected to that beginning part. So anyway, I hope you found this review interesting. I hope it piques your interest enough to at least go see the movie. On the Drinks and Discussions scale, I will give it a 3.5 drinks on a scale of 5 drinks. I thought that it was a little bit, of course, unbelievable on some things. There was a lot of things that happened too, and you're just kind of like, they didn't tie that whole portion into the movie. But I think it did a very fine job. 3.5 drinks. I think it's worth. I think it's about a 2-hour movie and some change. I think it's worth that 2 hours for you to go out and check it out. So as always, I am Brian. We are Drinks and Discussions Movies, and we will see you next time. Thanks for coming.
Customers total.
How do they turn a profit?
$12.50 a head, that's how.
What are we eating, a Rolex?
It's one of his classics. You have to try the mouthfeel of the mignonette.
Please don't say mouthful.
Tonight will be madness.
Welcome. We'll endeavor to make your evening as pleasant as possible.
Welcome to Hawthorne.
Here we are family. We harvest, we ferment, we gel.
They gel.
We gel.
He's not just a chef, he's a storyteller. The game is trying to guess what the overarching theme of the entire meal is going to be. You won't know till the end.
Who are you?
I am Margot. Why do you care?
I have to know if you're with us or with them. This menu,
The pictures, they're of us.
this guest list. How did he get these? It's not good. This entire evening.
This is just theater. It's stagecraft.
We're leaving now. Has been painstakingly planned.
This is real, isn't it?
What the hell is going on?
We now offer you a 45-second head start. Okay, 45 seconds starts now. This is what you're paying for.
Get out of my way.
It's all part of the menu. It's okay.
No, we're gonna die tonight.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to